Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And this fight will be announced in English and German mixed together. Coming to the ring right now is János Lakatos, 45-year-old journeyman boxer from Hungary. He boxed out of the orthodox stance. Lakatos is was the opponent to one of our other fighters tonight, Ivan Perala from Finland. Beat Lakatos in his debut fight back in 2022. Lakatos' last fight was was in Hungary on the 30th of September, and he lost a 4-round decision. He's lost 3 of his last 5 bouts, but the 2 that he won by TKO. And the 45-year-old is fighting young Jack Scott today from Newcastle, the United Kingdom. Jack Scott is an interesting young man who started his career 7 years ago and unfortunately lost that first fight by TKO. And then he took 6 years off from boxing. Came back in June of 2022. And since then he's had also some interesting results. He lost his second bout, then he won 2 in a row, including one by disqualification in Spain, which is where he lives right now. And he had last year in October he fought in Spain against Thomas Murray, and they had a no contest win because Murray hit the canvas after 2 punches that didn't even seem to hit him. So the boxing officials called that one a no contest.
For the introduction of both boxers. Wir hören gerade 4 Runden. Ist er angesetzt, der Kampf? Referee in charge is the European famous Goran Filipovic. Last rules. Touch gloves. Point referee is ready. Timekeeper ready. Let's fight.
It's a very important fight for Jack, trying to get his career, trying to get on the winning side with 3 wins and 3 losses. He's been knocked out twice himself, and he's knocked out twice of 2 of his opponents.
Time to improve the statistics, right?
Scott has started with orthodox stance, but has switched already twice to the southpaw stance. Wonder why? As we said in the previous fights, there's no reason to change your stance unless you have a specific reason, like an advantage, or you see that the other boxer is open to a punch from the other stance.
If you do it, so you have a reason for.
Yeah. Because when you're changing stance, if you're too close to the opponent, you can get hit very easily.
Ooh, nice left.
It was a wonderful left.
Straight left.
Interesting that he backed up after the shot, so he was expecting a counter. High guard from Lakatos. You can see that he's waiting to see how hard this kid punches. Waiting to see if he has his opening later in the second half of the first round. Jack Scott tends to throw a little bit from the outside there, direct through the through the middle, or very few of his punches. Although there were the 1-2 that was right through the middle. Wonderful, Jack.
The most active boxer right here is Jack Scott.
He certainly has more output. He's throwing more punches. There's der aktive Kämpfer in diesen ersten Runde. Trifft mehr, obwohl oft auf der Deckung trifft. He often is punching on the gloves or on the arms of his opponent, but those punches still mean something. Oh, he went right around the guard there with the right hook.
Ja, und irgendwann kommst du auch mal auf den Punkt, dass du nicht auf den Kopf schlägst, sondern doch mal auf den Körper, und dann ist der Impact ein ganz anderer.
Certainly, yes, when you go to the body.
Oh.
Okay. A little bit of trickiness technically. No problem there with
Please keep up the good work with the screen.
Here we go. Last seconds of the first round.
Ah, nice.
Clear round for
Yes.
Jack Scott.
Dominating round for the British guy.
Who now lives in Spain. Not bad. In Santa Cruz de la Tenerife in the Canary Islands. There's a big volcano on Tenerife.
I'm a little bit jealous, if you ask me.
It's a beautiful, beautiful island.
Yes.
I've been lucky enough to be there a couple of times.
Beautiful place.
It's what's interesting is when you get a rental car and you drive into the areas where there are no tourists, when you go through the mountains, when you go far away from everything, because it's a big island. So,
Is there a bruise?
yeah, it looks like there's a bruise on the left temple,
Yeah.
maybe from the tape on the glove. Starting with the southpaw stance yet. Jack Scott against Janos Lakatos. Lakatos is just waiting too much.
Very
not
quick.
Enough, not enough output.
Ooh.
Okay, now we're seeing Jack Scott getting confident.
Yes. Nice right shot to the body. Also bislang sehr gute erste Runde. Definitiv für Jack Scott, der genau sein Spiel aufdringen kann, der sich nichts aufzwingen lassen muss. Dafür kommt zu wenig. Genau das, was Joe gerade gesagt hat. Und das geht hier in der zweiten Runde munter, fröhlich weiter. Oh.
Das ist nochmal ein schöner Rechter, der rund um den Handschuh von der Gegner und direkt auf der rechten Ohr. Das tut weh, das beeinflusst die Möglichkeit das zum Hören. Man kriegt Tinnitus davon und man kann wirklich Probleme mit der Balance von so einem Schlag bekommen.
Good footwork. Okay, southpaw. But I think Jack is too quick for Janos.
Yeah, he has quick hands, although he's not necessarily going as fast as he can.
This is a big advantage.
He seems to prefer the southpaw stance right now, and he's been mostly in this second round, he's been using the southpaw stance. At least he's throwing combinations, 2-3 punches at a time. Lakatos is doing much less.
Yeah, Janos, in my eyes, is too static.
And very slow the way he punches.
Yeah. Oh, the try of a right uppercut. Well, what do you think? Is it a tactical thing to save strength for Janos?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm afraid to be honest, but I'll say that I think he knows he's going to lose, and he's basically resigned to that fate. If he wanted to win, he'd be throwing more punches, Andy. That's what I would say. On the other hand, that's not necessarily fair. Let's give him a chance. He has 2 more rounds after these first 2 that he's lost. Didn't hear a bell, did you?
Yes.
Okay.
I was surprised with the belt because I didn't hear the knock, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
sometimes there's a little bit of problems with those technical things, but that's okay. Here's a nice replay. He has him against the ropes, which is exactly where you want to have him, but he was open to the counterpunch. That was a little bit low on the belly, but not very low. See,
Nice.
that's that right. That comes
From outside.
and comes right around the guard.
In basketball language, you would say somewhere from Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, basketball players. There are not too many basketball players who've made it in boxing, although a couple have tried years ago.
Really?
Yes, definitely in America. I can't. You have to give me a chance. Maybe I'll think of a name. But in the 1990s, early 2000s, there were one or 2 guys. They didn't get very far. The same thing happens with NFL football players.
It's not surprising, yeah.
No, it's just you can't suddenly give up your sport and decide, well, I'm going to be a boxer.
Oh.
Very nice 1-2 with the right
Oh,
power
right
hand
through the
coming through.
Right through the gloves. What now?
No, this is very strange. That I think that he was saying that maybe he was hit with the head. I didn't notice that whether that was a headbutt, accidental headbutt or not.
I couldn't see it.
But he certainly hit him with some punches around the same period of time. Fair fighting. That's nice. Sticking with the southpaw stance, he's getting through with these punches. He's landing far more punches than his opponent. Lakatos is struggling. On the other hand, it's great that Jack Scott is not rushing his work. He's not becoming overconfident. He's not going for a knockout right away.
No.
And
Definitely
that is
not.
good. He needs that. He needs the rounds now. He's coming back into his career. He's in his late 20s, and he has a chance to really develop something as a boxer. Ooh, a beautiful left hand came through, and he got hit.
This right one rocks.
And that's because he wasn't
Jack.
careful when he was too close. He'd hit the guy, and he just stood there, and he admired his work, and that gave Lakatos the chance. But you see, we rarely have anything positive to say about Lakatos, and so when he lands one punch, we're really excited.
Das waren so 1-2 Shots, die er jetzt gebracht hat. Er hat schon viele Sachen nehmen müssen, denn die Kraft in der die linke Gerade gefällt mir außerordentlich gut von Jack. Und dass die immer durchkommt, trotz der Doppeldeckung. Also das zeigt schon mal, dass die Power da ist.
Auch die Genauigkeit.
Ja.
Dass er zielt durch die Handschuhe von seinen Gegner. So he's aiming right through the gloves, and this accuracy also helps him to hit the guy. And Lakatos is not really giving him much to worry about.
Yeah.
You know, Lakatos is not some sort of big power puncher, you know. And he's only won 7 fights, and he's only knocked out 2 people. So, and that's a long time ago. So I think that really this is a fight, a matchup for Jack Scott to improve his technique, improve his confidence, get another win. And this
you see?
It's also the right level for him.
Yes. He couldn't block the left-right combination by Janos.
I think he's not too worried about his defense. He's neglecting it a little bit because he's not worried that he's going to get hit. Okay, another round for Jack Scott.
Coming up next, round number 4. Just a short slow-mo here. You couldn't see the significant left. Yeah, that was an accidental headbutt.
Yeah.
It's okay. Fortunately, with no injuries. No broken nose, no blood.
I find it sometimes amazing that there are not more headbutts, accidental headbutts in boxing, because people are moving toward each other. And of course, the headbutts occur far more often when a southpaw is fighting an orthodox fighter. With cuts, other things like stepping on the foot, there's these typical difficulties you have when the stances are not the same.
Yes.
Man sieht, dass der Jack Scott beschäftigt mit seiner Bewegung und he's keeping him busy. Scott is keeping Lakatos busy, and then when he starts thinking, then Scott throws a punch and hits him.
Ja, also er überfordert quasi seinen Gegenüber, weiß gar nicht so richtig, wo er ausholen soll. Die linke ist für mich brachial, ich muss es zugestehen, das ist wunderschön anzuschauen.
Nice 1-2. Again, when you have this kind of opponent, it would be great for Jack Scott to go to the body now, and especially with an older fighter, that's where the potential of really hurting the man is. Three nice jabs that got through there. He's now again in the orthodox stance. I'm getting dizzy watching him switching stances here.
Nice left hook by Jack. And I think it's Janos is not able to give the right answer here in this fight, even in the fourth round.
Nothing he's done has troubled Jack Scott.
Yeah.
Nothing he's done has really bothered him. Even when he's come through, Jack is convinced he can hear holding and hitting from Jack Scott.
Right, left.
It's a good, clean fight. And it's nice. And it's wonderful is the accuracy of his punches shows that he really has talent, Jack Scott. He has the potential.
Precise strikes by Jack.
Yeah, and very good fundamental boxing. The way he's standing, his balance, his movement.
Yeah.
The biggest problem he has, in my opinion, is the switching of stances, but that's because I'm an old school boxing analyst, and I criticize the newer trends today. Maybe I should learn to accept them, but I don't think it's a good idea.
Ah, nice.
Nice.
Right, left.
Yeah, and
by Janos.
He hit him, but it didn't seem to affect him much, but he did hit him cleanly.
Yeah.
Last 20 seconds of the fourth round. Another one comes through.
Okay. Referee Goran Filipovic shows last seconds.
Yeah, Jack Scott knows that he's ahead and he doesn't have
That's
to
it.
worry. Good job. Very important experience for Jack now. He's pulling together these fights. So this is the second fight this year. Das ist nur 4.
Ja, hier Nummer 2. Klare, saubere Treffer gesehen.
So, Jack Scott didn't get hit very often, but if he had an opponent with some power, those shots he took might have caused him some trouble. So, certainly as he develops in the coming year and takes on more, takes on better opposition, he's going to have to make sure that he can avoid being hit. Because that's the whole thing. Hit and don't get hit. That's the reason people box. So.
But this fight, this bout was very important for him, to improve his skills, to get the experience.
Yeah.
And I think it's good for his way.
He's getting the momentum now, and he's, trying to build a career. Had a bad start, and
an animals decision for the red corner. Jack Scott is winning. against Janos Lakatos.
Nice fight.